Hey, Christine, it's Michael Cohen here, former personal attorney and fixer to now twice impeached and indicted former president of the United States of America, our orange-crusted narcissistic sociopath, Donald J. Trump. I'm also the host of two podcasts. One is called Political Beatdown, and the other is called Mea Culpa, as well as now a two-time New York Times best-selling author. I hope you've read Disloyal, but the new one, which is called Revenge, How Donald Trump Weaponized the United States Department of Justice Against His Critics. Okay, Christine, so look, I was asked to do this cameo by your daughter, Ashley, who turns around and tells me that it's your birthday. And so on behalf of Ashley, on behalf of your grandkids, on behalf of all of your family, all of your friends, myself included, we all want to wish you a very happy and a very healthy 70th birthday. You know, it's a milestone. Me personally, I only celebrate my birthdays on the 0s and 5s, and it's a milestone birthday. And so I wish you, as does Ashley, as everybody, we all wish you nothing but the best. You know, in the Jewish tradition, we always say, it's a very nice thing, we always say to 120, meaning that your life should be filled, Christine, with nothing but health, happiness, success, love, joy from all of your family, all of your friends, from your children, grandchildren, God willing, one day great-grandchildren. And just know that whatever it is that you wish for yourself this year and every year, just know that we wish you double. All right, so what are you doing for your birthday, right? Obviously, you're going to be eating a whole lot of cake with your family, and nothing more important than celebrate. I don't know if you saw this, but the orange-crusted Mandarin Mussolini, the idiot in chief himself, he posted on his Untruth social platform a photo of him sitting with his attorney, Alina Habba, having a cake. I mean, it looked like it came right out of a Costco special. First of all, it looked like shit. It was that terrible sort of icing and crust, and they all looked so happy onto it. I truly don't understand it. There's no doubt in my mind that your daughter and your family and your friends, they're going to be celebrating with one of the best cakes. Now, I understand that you live in Newfoundland, Canada. I have actually a friend that's from Newfoundland, Canada. His name is Erwin. Fantastic guy. My son actually went because I think he's even involved in, it's either a hockey team or a baseball team that's based out of there. But look, I digress. What's something that you would want me to know? Well, you know, they say again that you're from Newfoundland, Canada, but I don't know if you know this, but half my family is from Toronto. My dad grew up in Toronto after the war. He came there as a young child, ended up going to the University of Toronto, became a head and neck reconstructive surgeon, came to the United States to teach head and neck reconstructive surgery, and then that's where he met my mom, who was a surgical nurse. So yes, I'm half Canuck. Even though I do want to actually get, maybe a second passport, because in case, somehow or another something goes terribly fucking wrong in this country and Trump manages to become the 47th president of the United States, I got to get the hell out of here. And I hate to say it though, because I've seen Trump fight with Trudeau. Now, here's another funny little thing. Trudeau and my cousin were actually roommates at, I think it was McGill. Putting all that shit aside, I don't think Trudeau could even save me. And Lord knows that Trump would try what Putin just did in Crimea and in Ukraine. He'll just roll the tanks right through Canada. That's how crazy that this moron really is. He doesn't believe in borders. He doesn't believe in any of this. Basically, his feeling is, if I can do it, like he wanted to buy, what was that, Greenland? If he thinks he can do it, so be it. But I understand, like my cousins, that you follow U.S. politics very closely. And it's very funny that Canadians follow U.S. politics as closely as they do, because if you ask 99% of this country, the United States, who's the prime minister of Canada, most of them, couldn't tell you. I will tell you a funny little story. Why Donald actually doesn't like Trudeau. This is actually true. You may think I'm bullshitting you, but I'm not. Donald doesn't like Trudeau because at one point in time when Trudeau was visiting the White House, Ivanka mentioned to her father that she thought Trudeau was very handsome, which he is. He's a handsome guy. And that actually pissed him off. And so from that moment on, he really tried to ride Trudeau, like a horse. I mean, it was really, truly crazy. But like you, I do want to see Donald held accountable for his own dirty deeds. That's something you may recall 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago to this day. I said on ABC to George Stephanopoulos that my loyalty belongs to my wife, my daughter, my son, and my country, and that I will not be remembered in history as the villain of Donald Trump's dirty deeds. And so, like you, I don't want to see Donald or anybody indicted, prosecuted, convicted of anything that they didn't do, which is, of course, what they did to me. And again, I hope you read Revenge. And if you don't want to read it, at least you can listen to it. But it's so important so that you get a chance to understand just how corrupt the Trump administration was and the weaponization of our Department of Justice under this animal. I really want to see him held accountable for his actions. And you, of course, being a retired teacher. By the way, my aunt in Toronto is now a retired teacher as well. And thank you for everything that you do in putting up for students like me, who the second you close the door, they think that it's comedy hour, that this is that this is Dangerfields or the Comedy Cellar. I apologize on behalf of all smart-ass, wise-ass students from the entire North America. And I understand you're also an amazing, amazing wife, an amazing mom, and an amazing grandma. So look, let me once again, on behalf of Ashley, myself, the grandkids, everybody, all your friends, all your family, happy birthday. All right, stay safe, stay strong. I promise you, accountability has been dropped on this moron's lap, and he's going to understand what it means to face the judge. So Christine, happy birthday, my friend, and many, many more.